What?
Yeah.
Hello folks, John Murray here with Cerma Industries. We're here to do a real quick test, although it may take a little bit longer because we're not going to cut away. So we're going to try and rush things to keep the time down for you, but here we go. What we've got today is a product called xado. It's also marketed under the name Friktion Tek. We get a lot of questions about how does our product compare to Friktion Tek. Well, we're here to test it, and let's find out. So, Friktion Tek, this is for gasoline, diesel engines. It's RF100J, apparently, or 100, revitalization factor. This is not an oil or a lubricant, so we can't test it there on this machine. So what we're going to do is a two-part test. We're going to utilize Mobile-1 Extended Performance Advanced Full Synthetic Motor Oil. This is a $18 to $20 a quart motor oil. We picked this up at AutoZone for about $19.90. Then we're going to add our xado to it. So the combination of the two should give you the best of every world possible according to the makers. Mobile-1 says it's the best oil. Xado says it will fix and repair everything that happens in your motor and protect it from wear. So we're going to use this timken bearing machine. We're going to go through the test real quick and let's see where we end up. So what we have here is a rotating arbor and a stationary arbor. They're both hardened steel as in bearing materials. We're going to put a bath on the machine to carry the oil products. So we'll go ahead and put the Mobile-1 in, and we're going to let it just rotate for a second. Get it well coated. As you can see, it's coating the arbor there. Okay. What we're going to do is the first stage of the test is Mobile-1 by itself. And let's see what it will do. I'm going to put the arbor on, or the specimen on. There's no weights on the machine. We're going to let it down gently so we don't hurt anything or shock it. Let it run for a second. I'll even let it run a little bit longer, just for those who think that we're going, because we're going to have to let ours run just a slight bit because it's an actual metal treatment and needs heat, so we're going to let them sort of have that benefit too. So we're going to put one weight on. Let's put two weights on. Okay, so we're not going to put three weights on this, as you can hear. Two weights right here. Mobile-1, best oil out there supposedly, and it's just getting tore up. So let's now take that off, take away the two weights, take off the specimen, and show it to you. Here's the damage that Mobile-1 did on this bearing with only two weights. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to change the specimen, and we're going to set this aside, so Mobile-1. So I'm going to walk in front of the camera here, set that right there. I'm going to put a brand new specimen in the test apparatus. Now, we're also going to get rid of the oil that we just tested, so there's no metal in it or anything like that, because people can say there's metal floating in it, and that doesn't give it a fair chance. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wash it out. We're going to rinse that off. We'll let this sit and dry while we polish. Aluminum sanding paper. We're going to sand back down the arbor so it's smooth and give it a fighting chance. So all we're doing is sanding off any damage that occurred from the last test and any contaminants that might have been left or anything like that. And it seems to be smooth now. Now, one thing we have to do to be totally 100% even is we're going to add some water on here and rinse off all this junk and also cool it back down to where we started with the first test. So apples to apples, oranges to oranges. So as that cools this arbor down, because it got nice and hot when it seized with the Mobile-1, we're going to cool it back down to room or ambient temperature. Okay? Well, that's done. Again, any residues from anything, we're wiping it out, wiping it off. And we're going to start again. This time, we're going to put the same Mobile-1 that failed at 2 pounds. Okay? Only this time, we're going to add the Friktion Tek xado product to it, because it says that it will protect your motor and rebuild things and put metal back. And I'm going to go ahead and put a good copious amount, even though I'm going to give it the benefit here. Okay? So that's in the oil. And it's sitting there, and it's going, and it's going. And what we're going to do is go through the same test. No weights. We're going to go ahead and drop this down onto it quietly. You can hear it. It sounds good. We're going to put one weight and wait. Holy moly, look what's going on there. Friktion Tek doesn't seem to be helping. It's only got one weight on Mobile-1 now. Let's go to the 2 weights and see what happens. We know what's going to happen. It's just going to keep chewing it up. I don't hear Friktion Tek putting anything back there, do you? I don't think it's fixing it. But let's take a look. Let's say, hey, Friktion Tek, did you put our metal back? Doesn't look like it put anything back to me. It certainly didn't offer protection that they're charging you for. Okay? All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give this a half a chance. I'm going to give us half a chance. We're going to test Cerma engine additive. Not our motor oil, but our additive. You just saw this fail at 1 pound. I'm just going to rotate this specimen. I'm not even going to waste $1.80 on the specimen. What I'm going to do is add our Cerma engine additive, a little bit, okay, into that system. And let's see where it goes. I don't know where it's going to go. Let's see if it helps it. Now, keep in mind, this is tore up. I didn't stop to sand it this time, so it's ripped up really bad. And you'll hear that. Let me take the 2 weights off. Let me come back here and put our specimen on. I didn't even show you, I'm sorry. Let me show you a clean specimen. I just rotated the previous failure. All right. Now with Cerma in there, let's see what will happen. And as you can hear, it's really tore up. So we're fighting an uphill battle. But as I said, our product has to have heat to come out of suspension and actually treat the metal to protect it. So we're going to take a little extra time with this. We're going to put 1 weight and let it work its way into the heat. We're going to let it get hot. It's going to make noise just like it's supposed to. So we're going to let it get hot there and do that. And as you hear, it's starting to quiet down. And there it goes. All right, so Cerma's just now started to build a matrix of protection on that metal, even though it's been damaged. So we've got 1 weight on. It's still treating. So we're going to really, really rush this. There's 2 weights where it failed before. And we're 1 over what xado and Mobile-1 failed at. There's 3 weights. So now we're 3 times the fail point of xado, Friktion Tek, and Mobile-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're at 4 weights. As you see, it's still turning. 5 weights. 6 weights. 3 times. That's 3 times, right? And it's actually 6 times the last test. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So batteries actually died, but as you saw by the previous testing, we didn't cut away, we didn't stop, and it proved our point. So now what we want to do, though, is show you the Cerma oils. Now, keep in mind, Cerma oils are regular oil. It's semi-synthetic with our ad pack in it. Our ad pack has a few things in it. It has carbon guard in it, which helps agglomerate carbon so your filter can pick it up. It also has some STM3 in it, which is a metal treatment. The problem with the way that the chemical design of it is that we've got to allow it to get hot. to allow the metal treatment to come out, because it's a one-part component until heated, and then it becomes a two-part chemistry. So we're going to take a little extra time on this. There's no difference. We've still got the same arbor, we've still got the same metal here, and we've got the same weight system. We're just going to give it a few extra seconds to heat up. All right? So we'll basically do the same exact stuff. We're going to wipe it out, make sure it's clean, put it in here, and we're going to take our Cerma Oil 10W30, and it's with the surface tension modifier in there. And we're going to let that run for a second. Okay, we're going to take the specimen. You can see the specimen is nice and clean. And again, we won't cut away once we start the test. It's just the battery's died, so we have to start over here on this particular phase of it. So we're going to go ahead and place it in here. I'm going to hold it so it doesn't shift on the arbor, and there's no weights on it. And we're going to come down softly and easily onto this, just like it would be in your car. And you can literally hear it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to sort of give it a little extra time to heat up and coat. Okay? Because it'll take the two weights, no problem, that Mobile-1 gave it. We just have to allow it to get hot to give it full metal protection. All right, so there's the two weights that we gave to Mobile-1, and it would have been one weight with Mobile-1 with xado or Friktion Tek added to it. So we're at two weights, that's the Mobile-1, and we're going to sit here for a second and let that heat up so that our metal treatment can actually come out. So this would be akin to driving your car. No big thing. Put the oil in and you drive. Okay? Alright, so it's lightly coating. Usually this effect would take at least 20 minutes to get the metal protected in your engine. That's why we say drive it 20 minutes after adding any of our treatments. And that gives it time to go. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually put one more weight, so we're double what Mobile-1 did in the very beginning. Then I'm going to show you the specimen and let you see if the damage compared to Mobile-1's damage. Okay, so we're letting that ride. It's on 4 weights. We're not in a hurry. We're going to let it just ride. Then we're going to pull it off here. And I wanted to show you, and I don't know that there's anything to see here. If you can see that little tiny, tiny polish mark, like about the size of a needle, and that's just compression work. Can you see that? There's no wear, there's no nothing. Now, let's grab the first specimen, which is this one. This is Mobile-1 at 2 weights. This up here is Cerma Motor Oil at 4 weights. Which one do you think would give you more protection? Okay? Not to mention the carbon guard and all the other good things about Cerma oil that no other oil has. One being the surface tension modifier, which is STM3. So let's put this back. I'm going to hold it in place so it goes back in the same groove. And drop it down gently on it with 4 weights. And we're going to let it run for a second, again, to get that matrix building. The heat will actually build the protection on the metal as it's running. Excuse me. Okay, so we're good for another weight. And again, we let it run because we're trying to get it hot. And the problem with this system is STM3 works so well, this doesn't get hot real quick, not like on the other products. So to get the actual coating takes a little bit. And there's another weight, so we're now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weights. Remember, Mobile-1 filled at 2 weights. Mobile-1 with Friktion Tek added to it failed at 1 weight. So xado or xado actually took away the protection that Mobile-1 had. Now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weights. There's 8 weights. Now, I want to show you again. 8 weights, so we're 4 times the weight that Mobile-1 took. And I don't know if you can see it, we're still only a needle point of polish. It's not wear, it's polish from compression. Can you get a view on that at all? So there's nothing there. All right, now we've already proven our point. At 4 times the protection of Mobile-1, which is supposedly the best oil available anywhere, I think we've proven our point. You saw the wear from Mobile-1, you saw the wear from us at 4 times the damaging weights. Okay? I think that we need to go up a little bit. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's put 2 weights on this time. 10 weights. All right? 11 weights. Still rotating, still there. So what do we have here? 12 weights. All right, now we've had a seize that broke through the thing, but let's see if Cerma can fix it now. This is where the difference is between Cerma oil and regular oils. Let's take it back down to 3 weights. You can hear it riding, it's tearing things up. Take it back down to 2 weights. We're going to wait for it to get quiet. Now here's where Cerma will really work, because when it did that, it got really hot. Cerma needs the heat to treat the metal. As you can hear, went back to quiet, right? We got 2 weights on. We're still where Mobile-1 failed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 weights after basically damaging it the first time at 12 weights. It broke. Our oils are designed to carry 12 weights. Okay? But once they get hot, the metal treatment goes into effect and you get your weights. Now there's where we stopped. Okay? So we let it run for just a second. But just now I can see in there that it's coming out. The metal treatment's actually separating. There's 13. There's 14. There's 15. There's 16. And we do it again. Now we just seized that. It's like seizing the motor. Let's do it again. So we went to 16 weights, even though Cerma is only designed to go to 12. Back to the 2 weights. You can hear it, but listen. It quiets down. Why? The hotter it gets, the better Cerma acts. There's 4 weights. Double again. 6 weights. 8 weights. And it's still quieting down. Mobile-1 failed right here. This is the addition after seizing it twice, going past our barrier, making it fail, now repairing it. So when Friktion Tek and xado say they repair, did you see that happen in the video? No. What you're seeing is Cerma oil. Even if you hurt your motor, you can bring it back. We can keep on going. Now you won't have this issue because you'll run it in properly and it won't have a problem. Look at all that weight. That's 15 pounds of weight on Cerma oil. It's designed for 12. Okay? And we're really pushing it and rushing it and making it really go through heck. Keep in mind we stopped it twice by overloading it. What that did was made it hot. When it got real hot, Cerma went right to that heat and fixed it. That's what you want in your car, just in case something does happen. There's 18 weights. There's 19 weights. This is the maximum the machine will carry. Cerma oil is only designed for 12 for an initial impact, But after being treated for 90 days, you'll get this protection. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, this is Cerma. After damaging it twice, showed it rebuilding itself. Let's take all this weight. You hear the weight of that. That wasn't even all of it. So, let's recap. I don't even know if I can hold all those. I can't. This is Cerma protection. Okay? This is Mobile-1 protection. What would you rather bet on? Again, John Murray, CermaStore.com. It's right here, it's all real. No way to dispute it.